Hi everyone, it's Penny. I've been doing this series on moon signs, and the moon in astrology represents our emotions. It changes signs every 2.5 days, so you need to use a natal chart calculator if you want to know what your moon sign is. So emotions are kind of a pain in the ass, right? Our own emotions, having to deal with them, and trying to understand other people's emotions as well, because a lot of times their behavior will just seem completely irrational and we don't know how to help them. We don't always know how to be a good friend to them or how to be supportive and help them overcome their problems. But these videos are meant to help everyone with those obstacles. Moon in Cancer has a pretty traditional set of values. They value family and being a good person who is considerate of others. They appreciate kindness and they want to be able to maintain their safety and their security. Basically, any form of other people being inconsiderate is hurtful to them. So you don't even care how I feel. You weren't even going to think about, everything I've been going through today and what my schedule's like. You're just going to impose all this stuff on me. And sometimes we, the people in their lives, just didn't think everything through all the way. We didn't realize we were being inconsiderate. So it wasn't on purpose, but, they'll try to remind themselves that we might not realize that and everything. But sometimes it does feel like it's a little personal for them. They don't like risk-taking behaviors either. They don't like the potential of everything just getting thrown out the window. They don't want to be like lumped in with that. I mean, they care about their family and their job, and if you do something to threaten any of those things, then they'll be very quickly to take an offensive defense. It stuns them. It's almost like someone hits them with a taser or something and they can't move for a moment. And after they process it and they're kind of like, wow, that hurt, then a lot of times they'll become very closed off for a while and they'll go into hermit mode, usually not really wanting to talk to anyone. They don't usually just isolate themselves from the person that hurt them. They will typically isolate themselves from just about anyone in their life. Or, if they had a problem with one friend, they'll kind of back away from all of their friends for a little bit to try and figure out, who they can trust and make sure that, the bad thing isn't going to happen again. I think they do blame themselves a lot of the time too, even if they act like they don't. They might seem like they're completely unwilling to admit that they did anything wrong, but I think it's more so that they feel like they're going to be attacked if they start admitting that they did something wrong, because they do have some guilt and some self-blame. Having family and a good nurturing environment is probably what's most important in the coping process for them. But also being able to forgive people. And this is difficult because they do kind of have a tendency to hold a grudge and remain bitter. If they feel like someone was mean, they're just gonna hang on to that experience for forever. But if you can get to a point where you honestly don't care about when the person did the bad thing because you see it more from their perspective and you understand, okay, well, they were just hurting and they made a dumb mistake, and I'm pretty sure they've paid for it by now because of how things have played out in their own life. So once you can get to that point and actually forgive them, that's when you'll stop hurting and really stop punishing yourself, because I think that is a habit of the Lunar Cancer as well, to take all the bad things that they've experienced and kind of internalize them and inflict them on yourself over and over again and not let yourself move on. The personality of the Lunar Cancer, they're not really shy in an obvious way, but I think they're kind of like secretly shy, because when they're first meeting someone, like first interacting with someone, they're unlikely to exchange more than about 6 sentences with the person. They'll try to keep everything short and just move on and not like reveal too much of themselves right off the bat. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video and that you have enjoyed this series and you really got something out of it. that you can use in your own life for yourself in dealing with your own emotions and for understanding your friends. So go ahead and share it if you're interested in doing that, and subscribe to my channel and see what my next series is going to be. Bye everyone. Have a great week.